Hello, welcome and to another Kamen Rider SH Figuarts review. Today's Kamen Rider Eternal. SH Figuarts new standard figure series incorporates band action figure out on the theme pursuing counter expression film live action. This is Kamen Rider Eternal Bandai Tamashii Work exclusive. This is second hand, so it didn't have the big cardboard box that comes outside of it. Kamen Rider A to Z Guy Memories of Fate logo down there, but generic sort of double style box with black and white photo of the actual character suit and not the toy. And sort of the colours of him, like he's got the blue flare thing going on, so there you go, he's got the blue flare thing. If you want to take a closer look at the box art, please feel free to head over to the Facebook link in the description below. You also post a picture of the instructions manual and photo shoots of the figure. I'll tear the box a little bit. But yeah, pretty much what's inside. So I'll take the tray out. Behind the backing card is a QR code sheet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the instruction manual. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So enough of that. Where did I put? Wait. I'm gonna look for it later. It's missing the backing card to this thing. So opening this up, bottom tray does not have a cover and only contains his cloak, which is just a single solid piece right there. So I'll just stick that in. It's soft, rubbery, and all that. And here's the top tray. Not too hard to open. So there's Eternal. Apart from fist hands on his body, which actually the exact same hands as a double, so I guess if you're missing hands or something and you're good at painting, you can just buy a double figure or whatever and sort of replace the hands and all that. But except for a few poses, of course, it does have that pointy pose which is similar to double. Relaxed hands, sword holding hands, and a thumbs up / thumbs down. And of course he also has this Eternal dagger. There's the dagger. It looks pretty good for something this small, but of course Guy memory slot is sealed. So does Eternal have a pouch for the dagger? No, he does not. Well, that's a shame. But anyway, so the dagger's pretty good, pretty sharp, but it's soft, but yeah, the pointy bit is still quite painful to touch, so be a bit careful with that. Time for articulation. So he's mostly just like double, except he's going to have a bit, no, he's going to have no extra issue. This doesn't really block his the Guy memory slots. Maximum drive slot doesn't really block anything, so double neck joint, up, down, sideways, sideways. Not too hard, but you know, slightly wobbly softness. So do be careful. Shoulder pads. Ball socket in the torso, up, down, 360 degrees, 360 degrees, double elbow joint. Fist is on the board, that's on the little arm. These white flare things, just like a double figure. It's just slid onto the thing. This really should be painted white. This Guy memory. The maximum drive slot is stuck glued pretty tight. Body goes up, down. Sideways, sideways. Rotate. Oh, of course, full rotation here. Forgot to do that, of course. Leg goes down, leg goes up, leg goes down, leg goes up, back, sideways, swivel, double knee joint, feet are metal, die cast, down, up, sideways, sideways, toe joint, and there we go. Yeah. So let's see how easy it is, or how hard it is, to pop the cloak on. So his head pops back on pretty easy, pretty easily. Doesn't pop off too easily either. Gonna give him his sword. And the thumbs down and not too hard to get the hands out. Swapping hands also quite easy. Not experiencing the issue of double figures where the little lower arm band pops out. Actually, popping the hands back onto the arm is pretty tight. Get good grip, come on. The upside to this figure is, like I said, pretty much most of the parts are the same as any other double figure, so you can definitely use those as replacements if you were to lose any. Oh, am I using the right hand? Yes, I am. Oh, that's annoying. You'll see in a sec. So he can hold the blade, but he doesn't have that little finger. Finger's not separate to the rest of the fingers, at the top of the first finger. So he can't actually stick a finger into the trigger slot, which is kind of annoying. And this cloak really hinders the figure so much, and makes it really hard for me to pose him in any stance. So, Kamen Rider Eternal. If you have any of the double figures, you know what to expect. And quality-wise, he's a pretty solid figure. Not too much going on with him. Pretty simple base body. The biggest difference is, of course, he's got the different arm bands and leg bands, and he's got the maximum drive slots all over him, and a different head. The rest of him is just double, but different paint. The paint is nice. The pearl white is very shiny and reflective. The silver is really good, and the metallic blue cuts up the boringness. His legs are pretty boring, but it's the same as double. But instead here he has a few more maximum drive slots just to make it more interesting. But the lining with double, even though his legs is actually quite boring, the little lines does make it less boring. It's not like Kugo is just sort of black legs and there's nothing there. There's a bit of stuff here. Molding, injection and all that, and paint are all pretty good. All the joints are hidden pretty well, and the paint app has been pretty good on this figure. Compound eyes are really good on Eternal. I don't know what it is about this figure, but just the compounds just look pretty sharp and spot on, and depending where you're shining the light, it can be pretty reflective and cool. Lost driver and the maximum drive slot and belt do not fall off, so they've been glued on pretty tight. But that is what I will complain about the paint, is that the Kamen is the wrong color, just like every single other double S-ish Figuarts, and actually the metallic red doesn't extend to the back of the top of the driver, so it's sort of missing paint maybe. But other than that, he's not too special. Accessory wise, I think he's severely lacking. He does have his little blade, which is important. But again, with every single S Figuarts double, I wish they were guy memories. His hand selections is pretty small. I really wish he would have had like his item holding hand would be slightly different, where he actually has little fingers separate that can go inside the trigger slot of his blade. but he doesn't have that, so now he's holding his sword dagger in a weird way. I guess you can get Kamen Rider Cyclone, any of the trigger forms. Do they have those? I don't know. And his cloak is a waste of space. I don't like these cloaks. I wish the cloak was articulated, like made out of 3 different pieces with a ball peg, so you can do different poses. That would be cool. Sort of like how the scarves are with double, or some of the newer releases. That, or it would have been nice if it was if there were 2 replacement cloaks, so you can have one that's standing still and have one where it's blowing in the air, or have one where he's jumping out the helicopter, you know, where the cloak is just sort of blowing upwards. Those would have been way better. Instead we've got this. I highly recommend just buying a black piece of cloth and just sort of, you know, making your own cloth Eternal cloak, and maybe, you know, put like unwrap a paperclip or something so you can actually pose the cloak, and that would be pretty awesome for photo shoots. But other than that, the cloak's really boring, so yeah, the accessory wise he's not good. Maybe a Tamashii stage would have been nice as well. But I'm going on about this because this thing's pretty expensive now. He's pretty above 500 Hong Kong for second hand. This one's pretty good condition, but you never know what condition you might get it in, so paying 500 plus for an extra figure is a pretty big investment. Not the biggest. Saiga was 700, Amazon is always seen at 750. You can get him at Inns Point in Yamate in Hong Kong. Go to the top floor. As soon as you go up this escalator on the top floor, just look at your right. There's a Japanese like toy store, and you can find Amazon there for 750. Everywhere else he's like $1,000. But so this guy, he's not the most expensive, but he's pretty expensive. Sort of same as Cyclone Joker Gold Extreme and what else? DN and some of the bikes. So you're paying a lot more for something that's basically just double with a few extra bits. It's not really that worth it. I mean, a lot of people do like Eternal, which is why he's expensive now, but unless you have to have Eternal, and unless you have to have every single double figure, if you're just passing through, just getting random SH Figuarts to make your collection seem a bit bigger, or maybe just the main riders, you can definitely skip this one. After all, he's only in 2 movies, he's not that important. So calm down, but people do love their anti-heroes. They were really trying to make him like the new Shadow Moon or something. I'm not sure if they succeeded or not. His story is definitely not as complex as how Shadow Moon's was when he first started. So, subscribe to the channel below, and of course, take care and have a nice day. Bye.